live the king.
Yeah, whatever. He's dead. Anyway, hello people, this is our Cobra, and this is Let's Play The Witcher 3 Blind. Last time we went through a rather sad story. Or maybe I should say another sad story. This is The Witcher after all. Happiness is... rare. But there are moments of brevity and jolliness to find.
Greetings again. So...
well...
show me what you have in stock.
I'm actually interested in selling some stuff first. I mean, it is better, but it's also heavier. Ooh, those I should put on. And those I should put in. Oh, guess you can definitely repair this. Yeah. Oh yeah. Some of this stuff took a beating last time. Well, in that case, we can go back to me selling you things. This is also better. Okay. So, and this array of blackjacks, a wooden sword. I mean, this does slightly more damage, but this does seem to be slightly more interesting.
So long.
Let's just sort things. Go. Better armor, better blade.
Greetings again.
Show me what you have in stock.
Well, I mean, you can probably not buy anything, but maybe these things do need repair. Definitely.
So long.
That should also have a bit of inventory. Oh wow, guard rays! Jeez, that's a sharp sun.
Got anything for an aching belly? Stabbing pain here, under my belt since yesterday.
Right.
I propose I get a
2 pints, and be quick about it.
Oh, please, good sir, a bit of courtesy.
So I look up, and Bob's your uncle. He downs half the barrel in one draught.
Geralt! Over here!
Oi, wait your looks. Use the look of a man who knows how to drink.
Thanks. Some other time.
Here now. Don't make me beg. My treats.
Thank you. Is this supposed to be creepy? After everything else I've seen that he can do, stopping time doesn't seem that ridiculous.
Show off.
Of course I am. Wouldn't you be? Time's a marvelous plaything.
And a great spice to use in gingerbread.
So, you were listening. Indeed, occasionally I find time manipulation irresistible. Controlling it offers so many appetizing opportunities. Like spiking the soup of unsavory individuals with appropriately ghastly things.
Who are you?
Who are you really?
Gaunter O'Dimm, also known...
Not what I'm asking.
Ah, so you'd rather know what it is I do. In brief, I give folk what they ask for. You might say, I simply grant their wishes.
And get them into trouble?
And drop them in a world of hurt.
No, not I. That would be their poorly formulated wishes.
Considering I take advantage of
I'm
that
no
too?
cheat.
Yeah.
I give folk what they want, nothing more. That the oft-desired unworthy things, that is entirely the fault of their rotten natures.
Careful what you wish for,
You're not
Sensei.
human, that's clear. So what are you? A demon? A djinn?
Do you really wish to know?
Yes.
No, Geralt, you don't. This one time I shall spare you and not grant your wish. All who have learned my true name are now either dead or have met an even worse fate. Yet I still need you.
So what, you're some sort of cross between Satan, the Genie of the Lamp, and Cthulhu? It's pretty cool. So, why are you here?
So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I wanted to congratulate you. You acquitted yourself splendidly with Olgierd. In fact, you've almost satisfied your debt.
Was supposed to fulfill his 3 wishes. Did just that. This is where you remove the brand, 'cause we're even.
Nearly. To fulfill the terms of the contract to the letter, you must do one more thing. Draw Olgierd to the Temple of Lilvani.
We never discussed that.
Oh, but we did. As a man of the world, you should know that every contract contains a catch or two. Small print, which, nevertheless, changes the ultimate meaning of the pact. This applies to oral contracts as well. Recall that I said, and I quote, I believe, however, that all will end well, and once it does, we 3 shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared. End quote.
Well, that was months ago from my perspective, so I'll take your word.
Fulfill your end of the bargain, and I will remove the brand. That was the last time you interrupted me while I was talking to someone.
What the devil? Why is there a fly in my suit?
Oh dear God, ouch.
Wait, I had an eye out for you. Didn't see you come in. How is it you're here?
I'm a witcher. Superhuman quickness. Just one of my
Oh
many
God, that thing with
qualities.
the spoon was just painful.
You tossed this fly in my soup?
No. Now listen carefully. Tell your Ataman to come to the Temple of Lilvani. It's south of here. Entrance is inside a cave.
What's the commotion?
Lilvani's temple, got it?
Aye, got it. Hold there! Your friend, the medic. She were here. Ask that you look in on her.
Thanks.
Did you see? The bloke literally dropped dead.
He were there, alive, a moment ago.
Blind drunk he was.
Know what they say about
Maybe
you
he
lot?
fainted.
Fainted? He's soaked in blood.
Witcher in the house. No wonder folk are dropping. Cursed the next.
Right.
But was he a very popular drunk?
Witcher?
I mean, I wouldn't have killed him for that, personally. I mean, that seemed kind of excessive. I mean, Gaunter O'Dimm is definitely no nice person. That much is certain. But it does seem so far that he keeps his words. So he's not nice, but he's... Is reliable the right word? He certainly tricks him with the wording. The exact wording. I suppose that's his own way of reliability, if you can pay attention.
Johnny?
Oh, Geralt. Good thing you're here.
What happened? Somebody break in?
This? Oh, no. Just getting ready to move.
I see.
What? When? Where to?
Not what I wanted to talk to you about. Or at least not only, but... I'm leaving, Geralt. The Eastern Front beckons. I'm Kedwin bound.
Sudden. Any reason?
Never mentioned you'd be moving. Any intention to either.
I didn't know I would be. Found out this morning.
Ah.
2 soldiers came to my door, said Redania needs me again.
Couldn't turn him down? Just say no?
Perhaps I could have. But I didn't want to. Treating the ill and wounded, it's my calling. No place I'm needed more than at the front.
I suppose there's truth to that. I can respect that.
I understand. Any chance we'll see each other again?
Someday, I'm sure.
If you care for something, you should let it go. And, well, if she's truly that dedicated, she'd want to be where people need her. And I respect that. It's her life to live. Even though I do like her and have a bit of a relationship going with her. It's certainly going better than some other people I could mention. Anyway, Olgierd.
So, learn anything about Olgierd?
Well, I abandoned the books quickly. Decided that if I was going to learn the truth, I'd need to find someone who knows him.
And?
Find anyone?
Turned out I didn't need to look far. A colleague at the Academy, an assistant to Professor Permathine Shakeslog, claims Olgierd von Everec met with the professor multiple times.
And?
Apparently, Olgierd asked the professor to do some research. Professor got so worked up doing it, he went daffy. Started jealously guarding his notes. Wouldn't even let his assistant look at them.
The professor. Where'll I find him?
Here in Oxenfurt. Cloistered inside his house on Academy grounds. Mage hunters guard his door.
Ah. Well, maybe I'll get an excuse to kill them then.
Mage hunters at the door. He under house arrest?
I can't say, really. Some of the faculty think him a traitor. Say he sold out to the hunters for a hefty pouch of gold. The assistant, on the other hand, insists the professor wants him there to protect him. I don't know what from.
What's your guess?
He's certainly useful to them. A specialist in black magic and the occult? Must be a trove of knowledge. If he's really gone off his nutter, I wouldn't be surprised to see them using him.
Well, I guess I need to go see him.
Need to talk to this professor.
We'll go together. Redanian guards all over the Academy. Doubt you'll get in alone.
Guards have never stopped me. You know that.
Wound these, and I'll have to patch them up.
Fair.
Besides, we might run into a friend. Get inside free and easy.
Whatsoever man soweth.
So how are things at the Academy these days?
You mean since Radovid shut it down?
I mean, is it well guarded?
Might be all it is. Many of the faculty fled to the far north. The braver ones stayed, but assumed the guises of tailors and laundresses. Why?
Just curious. Scholars seem to have adopted mage tactics. They in the same bind? So the Eastern Front, and then?
Depends where they send me.
Wherever it is, take care of yourself.
Always do. So don't worry.
Well, mind you, with the king dead and all. See how long this war business lasts. Well, I guess we can always find another reason. And books and knowledge just pile up outside.
Halt! By order of King Radovid, No one's allowed inside the academy.
Look, he's dead and gone. Let
Not
me
even
through.
lecturers?
No one means no one.
See, you've become quite the stickler, Norbert. You were much kinder when I was patching you up. By the way, how's your knee?
Fine. Dandy. As if no arrow ever struck it.
Consider yourself a lucky man. Because if I'd not decided to operate, you'd be a cripple to the end of your days.
Bruno, eh? Maybe we ought to let her in. She's a decent lass. Not like to steal nothing.
All right. But alone, which will draw too much attention. I'd rather not get shite from the captain on his account.
Here's what we'll do. I'll go in, then help you sneak in around the back.
Oh yeah, just loudly announce that in front of them.
Don't know, but I'll figure something out. Usually aren't nearly as many guards on the riverside.
Agreed.
All right, let me in.
Seems like there's just a really fast way to get to that point. It's fucking shrubbery. Out of my way. Wrong button to quick step. My mistake, really. Hit the wrong button with my thumb. Took a couple of hits for that.
Geralt! Psst! Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Grab the line!
Where'd you get the rope?
Long story. But we've done well. Professor Shakesock's house is at the end of this street. Witch hunters guard the door. Doubt I'll be able to sweet-talk them.
Been a huge help already, Shawnee. Thanks.
It was nothing. Really. You'd have done the same for me.
True.
If you wish to see me again before I go, I'll be at home. Packing will take some time yet.
All right. Be seeing you.
The eternal fire will turn you to ash. Spread out!
Come on, come closer.
Okay, you there in the back. You need to stop.
What the fuck is this? Intruder! Get it! Degenerate! Alive! Take him alive!
Alive, the thing you'll soon stop being.
Spread out!
Yep, spread out all over the ground. Oh, witch hunter's dead. Oh no. I'll say it's been a good day. Thought it might have been a common guard, but nope, witch hunters.
Locked tight. Need another way in. You leave a window open, maybe?
Yeah, this door's gonna work. Okay. Get some privacy. Yeah. Yeah, a window might do. Go. Well, that looks pro. Might need a bit of a good knock. So we can announce our arrival. Well, that's ended up shattering a whole lot of things. Sorry about that. By the way, I'm just gonna help myself to a drink, hope you don't mind.
Shattered mirror. No sign of impact. Probably not an accident. Shattered by a sound, maybe. Someone looking at it and scream. Julian Alboco's Lesser Key. Tomes about demons. Dusty as they come.
The essence of evil is to cause suffering. There exist many varieties of suffering, from common corporeal pain through the rarefied torment of the psyche to deep wounds dealt to the soul. Whence then does evil arise? Does it appear on its own, or does it only spread when conditions are right? And finally, the most important question, how can evil be defeated? Most believe evil has always existed, for none remember a time when it did not. It is not sufficient proof. I dare to doubt it, for I am a scholar, and the essence of scholarship is to question all hypotheses until they have been rigorously proven. The appearance of evil is close tied to the existence of good, its opposite, an antithesis. Good without evil is dimensionless and therefore imperceptible. Evil then is an integral part of our lives. Evil wears many faces and appears in many different forms. One of them wears the skin of flesh. This evil incarnated as a man travels the world, sowing death and suffering. Such evil is devious and difficult to discern. We usually don't know its presence when it's already too late. In my scholarly wanderings through the myths and legends of a great many cultures, I come across descriptions of a certain individual which all display a striking similarity. I don't mean in terms of this individual's outer appearance or name, but of his modus operandi. This evil works through trickery, tempting at first with the offer of something seemingly good. The price one must pay for this object temptation, however, is enormous and non-refundable, and the promised good often contains horrifying hooks and treacherous traps. Beware that of any promise the impossible, for such can only be delivered through the machinations of evil. Maybe people should be careful what they wish for. Calling it evil is just the easy way of out.
Franco? Is that you? Leave the bedpan in the usual spot. And take the platter. I shan't be eating today.
Professor Shakeslock?
Who the blazes? How'd you get in? Get out! I know nothing. Don't wish to know anything. Understand? No, out!
Not gonna hurt you.
That demon sent you. I'm sure of it.
What demon?
Feigned ignorance. Please, you know. Gaunter O'Dimm. Evil incarnate.
And he's still more pleasant man than the other guy.
Here. I'm a witcher.
A mutant. Yeah. Could be.
Your house is falling apart.
Came here because I need
Why did it
information.
jump up like that?
Think you might be the only man who has it.
A witcher. Then it follows I needn't fear. I'm hardly a post-conjunction creature.
What did Olgierd von Everec want from you?
I curse the day I first set eyes upon the man. He appeared at my doorstep one day, offering a sack of gold were I only to find out who Gaunter O'Dimm is and how to get rid of him. I agreed. Such matters are my speciality. And I needed the coin. I pored over countless tomes, delved into obscure incidents and analysed folk legends. I went so far as to travel to Nilfgaard, the library there, where at last I hit upon the mysterious entity's trail. There are records of encounters dating back thousands of years in many cultures under many names, but always as evil incarnate. In this land we call him Gaunter O'Dimm, at times Master Mirror or the Man of Glass. In deciphering the ancient scrawlings I went blind, yet I learned a great deal. For example, that he plays with his victims and thrives on pacts above all
I
else.
think your house is about to fall apart.
Seemingly harmless contracts which drive their parties to madness.
So, the circle on the floor?
What's with the surroundings? These runes, what do they mean?
They protect me. Here, evil cannot touch me.
How do you know?
He told me himself. Paid me a visit once. Fascinating meeting that was. I was blind already, but saw him clearly. He smiled at me. Said he was honoured I'd taken such an interest in him. He wished to thank me, and explained he'd taken a similar interest in me. He drew the circle and said I'd be safe within it. His way of repaying me, you see.
Ever tried to leave it?
If you'd heard how he said it, you'd be as certain as I am what leaving would bring.
Fair enough. What else can you tell me about him?
Know anything else about the man?
Gaunter O'Dimm is no man. He is evil. Evil which assumes various forms. Forget about him, or die.
You're alive.
Alive? Yet I live in constant fear, born of what I've learned about him.
Evil incarnate. It's a funny concept. The problem is, evil's relative. Like, there's a lot of things we agree on as a species is evil. And yet, it's not hard to imagine even what we commonly believe to be evil to be, in some level, relative. Born out of whatever circumstances we share as a species. And even then, we've been fucking murdering each other for like our entire existence to, figure out what good and evil is. So, it's a difficult question. So, evil incarnate? That's a label I have a hard time swallowing, even in a fantasy universe. Well, I guess in a fantasy universe as grim and gritty as The Witcher, as like evil incarnate, well, he still has a lot to fucking compete with, doesn't he? Anyway, pacts.
Olgierd signed one of these pacts with him.
Brilliant deduction. But have you guessed why? You must know that he came from a wealthy, influential line. He must have, if the family of his betrothed accepted him.
Barely accepted, more like tolerated.
His fortune soured. He himself became an outcast, impoverished. Iris's family, a powerful house, could not accept this, would not marry their daughter to a nobody. Olgierd wished to elope. The further away, the better. Yet Iris refused to cut her family ties.
Quite the predicament.
Indeed. Their luck turned yet darker when a wandering witch mentioned a solution. A man who would grant any wish. His name, Master Mirror. The rest follows naturally. Olgierd and O'Dimm. A meeting at a crossroads. A wish. A pact signed in blood. And a price to be paid. Olgierd was to sacrifice one he loved. O'Dimm delights in difficult choices. He knew Olgierd loved two in this world. His betrothed and his brother, Vladimir. Olgierd chose, and soon thereafter married his beloved Iris, his fortune restored.
He sold out his brother? Wow.
So did Olgierd kill his own brother?
No. Deduce, Witcher. O'Dimm acts directly or indirectly. Olgierd merely signed the blood letter. The next day, his brother was dead.
Yep. Well, I guess we knew he was an asshole from the get, but this helps confirm it.
Olgierd tell you all that?
He had to. How else was I to diagnose his case?
Make it sound like an illness.
It is worse. Many illnesses are treatable, but play with evil, medicine can be much harder to find.
So he wanted to break the pact?
Why was Olgierd out to get rid of O'Dimm? He'd gotten what he wanted.
Had he? His heart had turned cold as ice. His feelings for his wife, for whom he'd sacrificed his brother, had withered. He'd lost all he loved. Had he wanted any of this? No. O'Dimm grants what you wish, not what you want. All who sign a pact learn the difference and die by it.
Well, that seems like that's his fault.
No way to get rid of him?
Kill him, you mean? Kill evil? No. Yet the annals tell of a man who dissolved his pact by defeating O'Dimm at his own game.
Meaning?
O'Dimm wields contracts, word traps, duels of wits. Challenge him to such a duel. He'll agree, and can be beaten. But remember, there is only ever one stake. The sole thing he truly desires. Human souls.
Right, but I have absolutely no interest in that. Olgierd seemed to have been an asshole from the get-go, even if you become a worse one afterwards. Thanks for your help.
Thanks. Helped me a lot.
Good. Very good. Oh, to feel useful after so many years locked up, living in fear. Why, it's pleasance itself.
You're probably about to take a roof to the head. Not quite. Well, sorry about that. My notes and observations, Professor Shackle's law. The circle of O'Dimm create terrifies me. I cannot see it, but I know it's here. I know no name for the sense with which I perceive it. When I need its bound, strange shivers shoot down my spine. This is not pain, but something that stands my hair on edge like a hedgehog's quiver. A month had passed and still I stay within the runic circle. Nightmares prey on me more and more. I come to fear sleep. I know not how long I can withstand this. I dreamed I had a daughter. This was strange, for I never had children, yet one came to my sleep. She was no older than 10. She called me daddy and loved me deeply. I could see it in her eyes. The strangest part of all was that I also burned for her with a great paternal love. Can one possibly dream of someone who doesn't exist? Could one love such a one? I no longer fear sleep. Perhaps O'Dimm has decided to give me peace, and no desire to change his mind. My dreams of Amelia give me great joy. My daughter is a good and clever girl. I believe she will grow into a wonderful woman. A shame she exists only in my dreams. Not only do I no longer fear sleep, but now I cannot wait for the moment in which it comes. What a fantastic transformation. If nothing changes, I shall soon try to leave the circle. I don't know why I dreamt for weeks of a child I never had. It was his doing. This night my daughter died. She caught a strange illness which pocked her whole body with hideous oozing sores. She cried, begging me to help. I could do nothing. She died in my arms. I woke soaked with sweat, a remain of wreck, my mind tattered. 3 months have passed since Amelia's death. My heart still bleeds, and horrifying visions plague my every moment. I am a blind man who wishes he saw nothing, for utter blindness would be a relief compared to these tormenting visions. I cannot persevere much longer. I have become a deeply unhappy old man. I now live within the magic circle for a year. Thoughts of suicide haunt my mind even more often. It would be so simple, I need but step outside the rooms. Maybe my visit has granted you peace of some sort. Rest well. Up the ladder. Perhaps we can jump into the water from up here. We'll make for an easy escape. That proposition seems a bit risque. Perhaps the rope I used to enter can also be used as a way of egress. Or maybe we can just walk out of here. How exactly shall I take my lead? I do appear to be kind of out of options. Well then, I shall save before jumping. Just in case. Right. My parents still sound like that they had issues with him and so on. So it's not like it was barely acceptance. Aha! It did work. Seems a bit shallow side, but nothing here. Alas, alas. Let's go back to town and see if we can take a quick ride to where we need to go. But yeah, the ultimate evil, like evil incarnate. The problem is, I wouldn't think the evil incarnate would be, well, upholding to their word. You'd think real ultimate evil would be treacherous at every turn, breaking every single oath sworn and so on, just because that's the cruel thing to do. So, yeah, but I mean, that sounds more evil than me. This Gaunter O'Dimm seems to more belong in the line of jinns and fairies and other such powerful beings that make grand wishes, where you need to watch what you ask for. And the thing is, if everything I heard so far is true, then there must have been some indication that Olgierd will be giving up his... I mean, yeah, because it's just been the focus on his riches so far, but some part of that agreement must be why he's immortal and well, bereft of certain emotions. Not all of them, as we've seen, but some of them. Wrong. Wait. Wait, why am I not calling my horse? Am I just kind of mad? That should be one of these buttons. You call horse, that should be X. But I'm pressing X. I'm pressing X right now, as a matter of fact. I should walk for a bit. Perhaps a short rest will help Geralt remember how to... Wrong one there too. Right. if we rest an hour, perhaps Geralt shall recall how to rest. Nope. Geralt has utterly forgotten how to whistle. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm pressing the X button. So then we shall walk. Since Geralt has apparently decided it be so. But yeah, I mean, it's nice the option is there to stop, you know, Gaunter O'Dimm from, well, I guess, claiming Olgierd's soul. The problem is, Olgierd has given me absolutely no reason to not leave him to his fate. The man has, before or after the deal, spread suffering to so many people. And even the ones that he loved, he sacrificed his own brother. Man was an asshole. Granted, when I say that, if he and his brother had been enemies or something like that, or there had been bad blood between them, because not all families end up being functional, and you are not prevented from being in a relationship with an asshole, in which case, yeah, selling him to the devil seemed like the right choice. But the thing is, he loved his brother, they liked each other. And, well, that's of course why he was offered to give him up. Right. Guess it's somewhere in here. I see light. Fine place this looks like. Guess I found it. Guess I waited here. Hey!
Strange choice of locale. Guessing there's a reason for it.
Place like any other. Could easily have met somewhere else.
Yet we've met here. And something tells me that's not purely
Oh,
coincidence.
you're sharp today, aren't you?
But since we're here, I believe you have something for me.
Fulfilled the third wish.
How do I know this to be the rose? Very well might have picked this up at the Oxenfurt market an hour ago.
Look closely at it. Got it from Iris. It was the last thing that bound her to this world.
What?
Iris was tired of living half alive, half dead. Thinks she just wanted it to end.
Can't blame her. I condemned her to terrible suffering.
And you know it, don't you,
Iris.
you asshole?
What a mess we made of it all. If I'd only known then how it would end.
You knew what you were putting her through.
What's happening? I feel as though a hot iron's pierced my chest.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
I'm sorry, you look more silly than imposing,
So
don't you?
glad to see everyone's pleased. How do you feel, Von Everett? A little less troubled? Lighter in the heart?
O'Dimm, what do you want?
What do you mean, what? Your soul.
You forget. The pact states you can take it only once you've fulfilled 3 wishes and...
And we stand together on the moon. Well, what do you know?
That's the moon.
What? No. We had a pact. The moon is there. There! Not here.
I gave you what you wished for. Here, on the moon, our contract you fulfilled.
Boss, you cheating me.
No, that's...
Never cheat.
He's right. That's exactly... Well, have fun.
It is done. Your soul belongs to me.
Well, our deal's fulfilled, and I don't owe you my soul.
It's over.
Yep.
We must meet again one day. Business with you is pure pleasure.
Well, thanks.
Gonna remove the brand?
Ah, right away. Done.
Thanks.
Now, tell me what reward you've chosen.
This one sounds dangerous, because that's probably changing me. So is this one. Make me rich could be many things. A bottle of vodka that's always full, that's concrete. Like full of what? I don't know, maybe it'll be full of acid. But if you say specifically a bottle of vodka that's always full of... Actually, no, a bottle of vodka that's always full. I mean, if it's full of acid, it's not a bottle of vodka. Right? Then it's a bottle of acid. I mean, it might be low quality vodka, but it's... I can't really see any way to get around it. Maybe it's a very small one.
An endless supply of vodka, or clear spirit, either will do, really.
Now, there's a wish I understand. It's as good as done.
And it's very practical.
Seems pretty ordinary.
Appearances are oft deceiving. The carafe is bottomless. As long as you have it, you will never want for liquor.
What now? Off to find another poor fool?
Haven't decided yet. But I do know if I ever have trouble collecting a debt, I shall turn to a witcher.
Reap what you sow, and the bottle is practical for witches, and spirits is useful in the alchemy, and, well, useful for getting a good drink. Yes, thank you. Well, that concludes that. Finally rid of Olgierd, and he will trouble no one anymore. So at least we made the world a little bit better today. he can certainly be a cruel man, but I got what I wanted, mostly because I probably thought about what the fuck I was wishing for. And he upheld his end of the deal. So, I guess it's kind of like that whole, the ultimate evil is also honest. And how would one say that? Dedicated, loyal? Well, he keeps his words. So, in that there's loyalty. So yeah, I personally don't mind them, but that's neither here nor there. There's a village down there. I wonder if they won't happen to have a post I can use to teleport. And perhaps when we shall arrive at wherever, I shall have regained my ability to whistle. About to miss it. There we go. Oh. Huh. That is a quest. No, that's not what I expected. Huh. Well, then we shall wait here. See what happens when we enter. Next time. For now, this has been Eric Cobra, this has been Let's Play The Witcher Blind. Tune in next time to see the next DLC and what will happen there. See ya.